I'm Todd Starnes. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal is here. Governor, it seems like many of your fellow candidates have been invoking their inner Donald Trump of late, going after each other, dusting it up a little bit, and even really talking frankly about some of the big issues. Just recently, you went after Jeb Bush for some comments he made. You accused him of supporting amnesty.
Absolutely. So yesterday, he actually did say that he wanted to give citizenship to those that are here illegally. Look, this is what the Gang of Eight tried in the Senate. This is what they tried with a 1,000-page comprehensive bill. This is very clear. We need to secure the border, period. And Congress doesn't need a 1,000-page bill. The only reason you need a 1,000-page bill is if you stack it up against the border. We need to secure the border. That's the most important thing they need to do. We need to stop this talk. Nobody's entitled to be a citizen of America. And the problem is they've tried this before. If you remember in the 80s, they tried the so-called comprehensive approach.
Sure.
They gave amnesty, the border was never secure. I think it'd be a mistake to do that again.
But the problem is, quite frankly, the establishment Republicans. I mean, they've been in control since 2013. What have they done? Look, you talk about amnesty. What about Planned Parenthood? They have had since 2013 to defund Planned Parenthood, and it just hasn't been done. What is going on up there?
Absolutely, and I'm hoping these new videos will shock the conscience. Look, you and I share a strong pro-life belief, but the reality is there are others that don't, even those that are not yet pro-life. I hope when they see these videos, this would shock their conscience. The reality is there's a lot of speculation on whether these folks were breaking the law when it comes to human trafficking, the sale of fetal organs, and appropriately so, but above and beyond breaking the law. I hope people's consciences are outraged. You see that first video, this woman eating her salad, drinking her wine, talking in barbaric, just brutal terms about these unborn children and their organs. I'm hopeful that folks will wake up and say enough's enough.
But at the same time, over the weekend, you had the Republicans in Congress and the Senate playing petty politics. Mitch McConnell had a chance, but he blocked an effort to defund Planned Parenthood. I got to ask you, is the behavior of John Boehner and Mitch McConnell, is that going to hurt the GOP efforts to win the White House in 2016?
I think the voters out there are absolutely frustrated, not only with the Democrats, but the GOP establishment as well. You're exactly right. They took Congress. Remember, just taking the Senate back last year, and what has happened? So have they stopped amnesty? No. Did they repeal Obamacare? No. This is what they campaigned on. This is why they were elected to office. And so they get there, they say one thing, they do another. I think the voters are tired of that. I think the voters are saying it's not enough to send just any Republican to the White House. We need somebody who will do and say the things you're not supposed to be able to do and say. Enough's enough. You've got so many folks in D.C. that are there just to go along to get along. They want to become lobbyists. They don't want to upset the apple cart. You know, Jeb also said you got to be willing to lose the primary in order to win the general. I disagree with that. That's the establishment saying hide your conservative beliefs. Try to get the left and the media to like you. It never works. When we do that, not only will if we do that again, we'll lose again, we'll deserve to lose again. Let's not run being afraid to lose. Let's say we'll secure the border. We'll repeal Obamacare. We'll defund Planned Parenthood. We will shrink the size of the federal government. We'll invest in the military. We'll stop this bad Iran deal, and we'll stand up to radical Islamic terrorism.
You know, one of the big stories that sort of got lost in the shuffle this week is the Boy Scouts. They have now decided to lift the ban on gay adult leaders, going from an organization that was morally straight to what I believe is morally ambiguous now. And I think it speaks to the larger issue of religious liberty under attack. You're an evangelical Catholic. Talk to us about that, and what would you do as president to protect religious liberty here in America?
Well, you're exactly right. The left is going after our First Amendment rights when it comes to religious liberty. It wasn't enough. I disagreed with the court ruling on marriage. My Christian faith teaches me marriage is between a man and a woman, and I'm not changing because of the polls. But now they're going after our First Amendment rights. You already see that Christian business owners and individuals are facing discrimination, whether it's bakers, caterers, musicians. They're going to come after the churches and the pastors and others as well. In Louisiana, we passed our own Religious Freedom Restoration Act my first term, and then I did an executive order called the Marriage Conscience Act. And the idea back in May was we didn't want the state to sanction and discriminate against individuals who have a traditional view of marriage between a man and a woman. Well, the ACLU sued us. They came after us in court. Now, the ACLU, the same group that used the RFRA laws to protect other religious minorities, are showing their hypocrisy when it comes, now that it's Christians being discriminated against. You know, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, they'll tell you you've got religious freedom. What they mean is you can say what you want in church.
Right.
That doesn't mean you can live your lives 24 hours a day, 7 days a week according to your conscience. I think as president, I'll be able to do an executive order. I'll be able to stop the IRS from going after Christian or religious affiliated schools, universities, and other groups and churches and pastors or individuals for living their lives according to their conscience.
And Governor, again, I wish we had more time to talk about that issue, but I do believe that is going to be a key issue in the 2016 race for the White House. Governor Jindal, thank you very much.
Always great to be with you.
And thank you for watching. I'm Todd Starnes.